look like something we would normally do.
No, it's very classy. And how dare you call it a great thumbnail because you get to watch your boy with the title and it's only your face. It looks like it's the Untitled Manny
Yeah,
show.
yeah. Why you made the thumbnail? I didn't make the thumbnail, so
I
I
couldn't
think
figure.
you could put yourself over Jay.
I could have, but I couldn't find a photo that worked. And I was like, you know what? It just works better without me. Sometimes, Manny.
Or you could have made us a two-headed monster of a referee.
Hold on. You want to know something funny? I thought of that. I thought of I thought of the what you call it, the Siamese twin look.
Yeah, this thumbnail looks like it belongs on What Culture or something, not us.
Well, it's the ambiguous Manny face that works so well with everything. Like I was like, oh, this image goes well with anything, and it works. But I've been shocked on a wrestling show in a long time. But Jay winning the Intercontinental title shocked me. I knew he was going to win as you listen to Raw. I guess we can go to the show. We don't have to look at them. But as you go into Raw, I was thinking he wasn't going to win. But as the night went on and the verbiage that was used, it's the verbiage. You go like, oh, I think he's winning. I think he's winning. And then, as I'm watching this all 3 hours ago, I really wish I was at this Raw.
You could have been at every WWE show for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I should have. This was Ontario, Sacramento. No way. That's 8 hours away. I'm not driving up there. But Ontario was in distance. This is Eric's backyard, as we would say. But you know what? This would have been a good show to go to. Manny, how are you doing out there in the wilderness? Living your lavish lifestyles in one of your penthouse suites.
I just want to point out, I'm on my Aaron Rodgers retreat. I'm in the wilderness. I'm in my Aaron Rodgers retreat.
Have you did any type of hallucinating drugs to make you really see things clearly?
I am at no liberty to say.
Oh, here was my question. I posted to Eric, I think, I don't know if it was in our pre-show or it was on the mid-morning show. We questioned if you were still sober.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
no drink with the fam? No drink with the fam under any circumstance? You would think that... I was assuming that you would have went somewhere and they were like, oh, you want to have a drink, Manny? And you would just have to do it because, what are the odds of you ever drinking in... with your family and whatever in this situation again.
The weekend, 2 weekends ago, not the last one. There was multiple events, and I was asked numerous times if I would like a drink, and I said no each time.
Wow.
The 15th of September, which was the Sunday. Marked the 2 months of me being sober.
He's got the second chip.
So if you don't know, I'm Lord Manny Hayes, the racially ambiguous in the wilderness. Lord Manny Hayes, and he is
obviously black, obviously should be an alcoholic, but neither one of us are at this point. This is weird.
It's weird. We're naturally high, though.
Yeah. Living on that natural high is living life. We're on that Uso. I'm glad. You know what I'm glad about today? I'm glad that Jay won, so we don't have to wake up. I didn't wake up or sleep for 2 hours and hear a tweet from Rikishi going, that's not the way you should treat my boy. I think we've all been saved from that.
You know what? I'm glad Jey Uso has won the Intercontinental title. Not because he deserves it, because now his fat ass dad can shut the fuck up.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeet sobriety and Jey Uso's the Intercontinental Yeet. So we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw, but before we do, Manny, I wanted to talk about a little bit of the news, and it's nothing major, nothing crazy happens. Not the announcement of the AEW TV deal. It's not who signed where.
It's about Redacted.
It's about Redacted. Who, Manny, I do not have his lengthy response to his own documentary in front of
I
me.
can get it up if you want.
No,
Do you want to
because
get it up?
I'm going to translate the whole thing.
Okay.
It starts off with, "Oh, you niggas didn't." When I sat down with you, we said we were cool. We were boys. We was on the up and up. We knew how this was gonna go. But oh, you trifling motherfuckers right there. You did some sneaky ass shit. You extended this and you added all of my thoughts and found, yes, I'm guilty. Yes. But you don't have to tell everybody on Netflix that I'm guilty. You can all kiss my black ass.
Marcus, do you know what I get from the statement?
Yeah.
Do you remember the Hulk Hogan lawsuit where
Which one?
he said Hulk Hogan had a what for
Massive penis.
massive penis, but Terry Bollea doesn't. He's going with the Mr. McMahon character versus Vince McMahon. I was like, you can't use that defense, Vince. You can't use that defense on anything.
Yeah, Vince. It's over. It's over, man. Just you and Diddy, your reputations are gone. You guys need to realize that. There are no apologies. There's no money. There is nothing to get you guys out of this hole. Like,
Okay.
it's just, you are where you are.
So, we had this discussion just as we were going live. Question of the day.
Yes.
Who in the black community, if would appear on Diddy's list, would you be most devastated was on that list? Me and Marcus have both said it would be Denzel Washington.
Yes. Denzel will hurt so many people. So many people. Denzel, one of the most talented actors, probably one of the most talented actors we will ever see in our lifetime. Charismatic, overall clean throughout his entire career. No legal issues. I think he has a very healthy marriage and all that. He has kids that don't get in trouble. It just seems like everything is great. Like, oh, okay. But if he's ended up on one of the Diddy quote unquote videos or lists or parties or covered in baby oil, it would just be like, well, goddamn. Oh, Eric is going with Obama. That's true.
I don't think Obama. Because America's tried to disdain him already by trying to ruin him during election season. I will say Michelle Obama. If Michelle Obama was on that list, goddamn.
If Michelle Obama's on that list, I will figure out a way to bring Barack and say, why'd you bring Michelle in this? Why'd you bring it to this, Barack? And I ain't even call Barack at that point. I'll call Barry. I would enjoy Samuel Jackson on there because I want to hear him yell and he's like, get that motherfucker. I find some people funny.
It's the same reason why we both laughed if we found Morgan Freeman on that list. I want him to be narrating some of those videos. Now, Diddy.
Pass me some of that baby oil. Now, it could be also funny if the election came down to who was on the Diddy party. Was Trump or Kamala Harris on there? Oh, they both are.
Trump was there. Trump was definitely there.
I mean, Trump was everybody. I don't know. Trump may not be there. I think he hated the black people enough not to be on that list. Just be like, I'm not going to this. I'm just not going. Everybody's going to be there, Donald. Yeah, but come on, they're going to be there. Right? I would like for both of them to be on that list, and just to put the whole world and going like, oh, together. They didn't even know.
Was there any other news story you wanted to talk about before we jump into the show?
No, I don't think there was much news. It was pretty light on news this week. But that was the main thing. The documentary comes out tomorrow. It's the big story, and I think that's going to have everybody talking as much as The Last Dance for Michael Jordan on Netflix. And I just don't want.
I don't think it will.
I think it is. I think it's going to be I think Vince is such an interesting person that I don't know how deep this gets into, but I think that personal life shit that's gonna that if they get really deep into it, it may just be like, oh shit, this is good. This is compelling. He's a compelling character. Like he's
Yeah, I
just.
guess.
I think it has the potential to be as eccentric and exciting as something like a Tiger King or something, and it can be Jordan Last Dance without Jordan being able to watch everything and proofreading the script.
Yeah, well, the only thing that came out of the Jordan one was how petty he was.
Yeah, well, and that he has jaundice. His eyes are bloodshot yellow. But Jordan had final cut in that one. This is someone at the king of whatever they done without any final cut. This is the uncensored, authorized because he agreed to it early on before these allegations came out. So I think it's going to be compelling TV, unless it's a real dud. It could
Well,
be.
the thing, the other thing is they have like 260 hours worth of footage of him. I
Yeah.
don't think Vince spent that much time with his family over 10 years.
No.
So what's going to get left on the cutting room floor? This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm compelled. Like when Vince does interviews, I'm always compelled with him. When he was on Pat McAfee like a few years ago, maybe a year or two ago, that was interesting. Whenever he was talking with Bob Costas, slapping his papers and shit, that's just interesting. Like whenever that man is talking in an interview, it's always good. He has probably the number top 10 meme out right now of him just going cut away when he's talking about the Undertaker. That's one of the
Yeah.
most compelling. So I'm looking forward to this thing and even just discussing it. Let's see if Netflix
Yeah,
does
so
it
we,
all.
we, we may have a separate show on it, or we may just pick it up on one of the shows during the week. Um, are you ready to get into today's show?
Yes, we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw, which went against two NFL games yesterday, which were both duds, I believe, if I'm correct.
I didn't even bother watching either of them.
No, they were trash. They were trash. They were blowouts too. It was trash teams. I was like, I mean, I guess Buffalo's considered good, but I got no interest in any of that.
So Raw opens up as Dom and Liv are making their way into the arena just in time. I want to just point out they literally drove in, avoided a monsters brawl,
Yes,
and then made it
it's
out to the ring.
into that cardboard concession stand they set up for whatever reason. I was like, why was that there? Why
But
was that there?
why is the concession stand right by the parking lot? Who's
Right by
entering
the
the arena
entrance.
that way? Who's
Yeah,
entering the arena that way?
who are they selling that to? Like, and CM Punk walking in and going, "Oh wait, I need to buy a Drew McIntyre shirt." Or is this where the wrestlers? Is this where the wrestlers like get the merchandise before they walk into the arena? Like, hey, don't forget to put all your Yeet stuff on, Jay. Here it is. Oh yeah. Like what? So they go smash it through there, and then I'm going to give AEW and WWE a strike for this one. And AEW just getting it for just being around. Both of their shows start the exact same way, right? I feel like they're both lately just been showing people walking to the arena and then shit happens. NXT the same way. I need both shows to change it up. All of it. All wrestling shows are getting a strike for people just showing up to the arena on time and just walking to the ring. Everybody gets a strike.
So I wasn't watching the show live, and I'm giving someone a strike.
Ooh.
I'm giving Eric the Hater a strike for continuously sending messages that are not in context before you have to ask why. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, I see what happens here. First of all, before we get to the opening segment, Manny, how do you feel about them selling the Latino lowrider on the other show? I thought they were selling the actual car that they were riding in. Apparently, it's a little toy car.
I don't care. Do you
I
care?
was I was hyped that they were selling the car. I wasn't gonna buy the Latino lowrider. I was like, if they're selling that car, that's gonna make them a lot of money. But they're not. They're not. Anyway, let's move on to why Manny's upset with Eric.
No, so I wasn't spoiled, nor did I care. But the fact that you leave it so vague, it prompts a second text. Text shouldn't be like that. I'm sorry, there should be text etiquette, and you are failing it, Eric.
So, Manny, but you don't like your text like a novel where you can read one part of a sentence and go, "Oh, I'm intrigued to go to the next chapter. I wonder what that means."
No,
like you're watching a movie and it's a little subtext like, "Oh yeah, he killed the let's go with Star Wars, the Knights of Ren." Oh, that was a throwaway sentence. What does that mean? Oh, nothing.
no, because also being in a text group chat with the both of you, knowing full well that neither of you reply that quickly all the time, basically means well, at some point, if a vague text comes through and you text what, so one of you two might have just yeeted your phone somewhere.
Yeah. The funny part about that, Eric know I ain't texting him back. He was just sitting, and I knew what he meant exactly. Yes, Eric, I knew exactly what you meant because when it happened, I went, "Yeah, hell yeah!" But when he texted me, he should have known. I wouldn't text him back. If anything, I'm gonna call. I'm just gonna call him up. So
Yeah, Eric gets a strike. So they do a victory lap around the ring as Liv Morgan's revenge tour is going exactly as planned. Whether it's Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, or even Liv Morgan, someone in the bloody Judgment Day has to tell me they run Monday Night Raw.
Well, maybe they had a video of who runs Monday Night Raw. Who runs Monday Night Raw? We have a video. You know what? Fuck you, Liv, for starting the show with this video of I'm Dominic Mysterio. And to quote you, Manny, and people in the ear, and I'm going to use this because this sounds right. I'm your bloody boyfriend, damn it. Don't show me lose. Don't start with me losing. We could have just started with the beatdown. Why you got to show him beat my ass?
Rhea Ripley comes out, claims she isn't going to hit her, but later goes back on that as back on that statement and headbutts her.
Yes. So, what the big announcement of this is that they finally did the stipulation that Dominic's been dreading his entire life since he was a child, Manny. For he was fighting for the custody of his life, and that's being hung over the ring in his charge case. It's his destiny. We all knew it was, and it's my favorite stipulation for no reason. It's so stupid. But I love it.
The best thing about it is Dom is like, I can't get locked up again.
Yes, he's screaming, not again, not again. And I believe it was him going, "You know about my trauma," or Liv saying something like that. I was laughing as they were doing that. It was funny. I know about my trauma. You know it.
No,
you know
the one that got me. The one that got me was Dom and Liv arguing with Adam Pearce backstage. Adam Pearce goes, "You interfere with every single women's world title match." Dom says, "It wasn't me, it's Tom."
He did. You're right. Forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. It was Tom. Oh shit! It was great. I thought it was overall a good segment. You know, Liv getting mic time. It's been a while since Liv actually said anything. She's kind of just been the backup to Finn Balor's Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Decided not to fucking show up to work for whatever reason.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
I want to give what's Tessitore's first name? Fuck. Is it
Joe?
Joe?
Joe.
Yeah. I want to give him 2 strikes because he lied to me. He said tonight Finn Balor or Rey Mysterio are not here tonight. 2 seconds later, Rey Mysterio's like, "Who's that jumping out the sky?" What a liar.
Sami Zayn takes on Ludwig Kaiser. These two had a really good match. Sami hits a haluva kick for the win. Then Gunther comes out, looking furious. Yeah, looking like he was fighting tonight. Clearly he didn't. He tells Sami he's seen enough, and he tells Ontario is the right place to tell Sami he doesn't get a world title match.
My question for Gunther is this: when did he formulate this plan of I'm going to troll tonight? Luckily, you go out there and wrestle him, but then after the match, I'm going to come out in my underwear and challenge him to a match.
Well, the moment he saw the match card and he said Ludwig's going to go off against Sami Zayn, that was the point. That was the point. It was like, oh, Ludwig losing tonight. Ludwig ain't doing shit.
I can imagine him either telling his wife, she's got, Jenny, "Hey, you know what's going to be funny tonight? I'm going to challenge Sami Zayn," and then tell him, "No, I'm going out of my ring here. This is going to be hilarious." And then he's going to walk away. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. If Ludwig gets him, I'm gonna tell him no. If Ludwig wins, I'm gonna tell him no. I'm doing this.
Um, so Kofi and Woods, these two apologize to each other. Kofi brings props of New Day history. Wood tells them they need to get a little more serious as they're not on top anymore. Kofi tells Woods to call the shots because he hasn't been making good decisions in the last few weeks. This has been American-made laugh at the New Day. Chad tells them don't become a couple of has-beens. Kofi makes fun of them, suggesting Uncle Howdy is behind them, and the Woods want the Creeds. This leads to their match later on in the night. It was a decent tag match.
Yeah, I'm all in on the story though. First of all, the pancakes guy showing up and Coffee like, not right now, not right now. No, that's the wrong time. That guy turned around with such a nostalgic good laugh of like, oh shit, Coffee was going all out, still making bad decisions. And then the overall story of the match and just the overall New Day story, I'm really invested into this now. Like, you know, I'm glad. I would like to thank Karrion Kross and remove some strikes from the Final Testament. I know they've gotten a lot.
You can't. I don't know if you can take them back. I don't know if you can take them back.
I mean, they have so many, sure they're not going to notice they're gone.
I'm not sure you can take them back.
But they are the reason this is happening, and this is one of the most compelling storylines on all levels of WWE, in which Woods and Kofi are going to break up. This was just, you know, the referees who are always screwing them over, which the referee was horrible. Kofi was clearly tagged in, and he didn't see it. And you can see the outrage. He was tagged in, damn it. It's ridiculous. As Woods continued to get his ass beat, as they lift the apron up and continue to beat his ass. It was the worst referee jobs I've ever seen in my life. Anyway,
and then, they lose. Wood feels mad, disrespected in the back when Rey comes to apologize. And he puts it on the fact that people are overlooking him because he hasn't won a singles title in his career.
Yep. There's a lot that was going on here. Rey Mysterio shows up, a.k.a. the Mexicans. They show up, and then Rey is just basically just talking, and Woods is like, "Why are you here? Why? Nobody wants you here, Rey. Fuck you." And Rey, out of the goodness of his heart, says, "You know what? I was gonna fuck up Finn Balor next week, but you know what? I'm gonna cancel that with Pierce. I'm gonna fight you, Woods." And Woods like, "Bring it, Rey. I would love for Rey Mysterio to do that shit to me. I'm fighting the shit out of Rey. I'm fighting the shit out of you, Rey, so hard."
I feel like Wood's anger towards Rey Mysterio was very much the anger we've had on this show towards him for at least 2 to 3 years. Yeah. That goes across the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday show.
I mean, Rey had the audacity, though, to come over there and like, "All right, Doc, you gonna fight me?" You know, but I enjoyed the descent into madness. And my question is, as we jump ahead to the story, like, do you think this has anything to do with Jey Uso winning? Because they both had the same journey of, we never won shit.
Yes, and if you notice something in terms of the programming, so as Kofi was trying to calm Woods down, and Woods was still going on how they're being disrespected, the camera immediately cuts directly to Jey Uso about to make his entrance in the back. So I feel that this is leading to that.
They do stories, man.
Yeah, they're not keeping telling stories in the background.
Yeah, that was some TV stuff right there. That was real television right there, where they foreshadowed something. And I felt like they were connected at that moment of, this is Woods' final descent into madness. The New Day and Usos had this big rivalry over years. And then, you know what? Over the time, they have become good friends. But I feel like it's going to be Woods that end up costing Jey that Intercontinental title somehow. Or winning.
I don't. Woods needs to pick up a singles title at some point because he's the only one in the New Day that doesn't have one.
He's the only one in that rivalry of the Usos that ain't done shit. I mean, I guess Jimmy, but
Jimmy ain't done shit now.
Jimmy's the R-Truth for the feud.
Marcus, I believe Dragon Lee versus Carlito was a ticker match. It was,
It
it
was.
was, it was
It,
so like, why is this here?
so I buy into this rivalry. I understand the story. The story is there. They give
No,
nothing to this. He
no, the
cost him
story is that
WrestleMania. It's
Marcus,
like,
that was in April. We are now approaching October.
I know that, but we've never got no resolution for that. And tonight I thought, you know what? This is it. And nothing about this set. This is the end. I feel like throughout Dragon Lee's life, he's never going to wrestle at WrestleMania, and it's always going to come down to Carlito costing him that.
If we look long term at stories that we wanted a resolution from, this is not the one. Swerve Keith Lee, maybe.
I just want to close the book. I just want to close the book because if it's true and the Lucha Bros are coming in, Dragon Lee, you're cooked. You're cooked. I'm just saying, Ray Peters got that mask game on lock.
We get Sheamus, who says he isn't done with Pete Dunne as he's still got a score to sell. This bit didn't make sense, Marcus. He says, "Let's not make this an English-Irish thing, but let's make it an English-Irish thing." Stop drinking, Sheamus. Stop drinking on the job, Sheamus.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. So to speed this story up, because I would also call this ticker this week, even though I'm invested into this a little bit. Sheamus gets beaten with a cricket bat in the back.
Which hurts more than a baseball bat.
Yeah, but as me and Eric said on one of the many mid-morning shows or whatever we do, he had to smuggle this in. Oh shit! What, man? You dodging bullets?
They're like a dragonfly that came near me.
Manny all of a sudden had to hit that Heisman pose like this.
Marcus, I was ready to run.
And just like, even though we are miles away, I would start running too, Manny. I would start running too. Oh shit! What? The fuck? Oh.
But yeah, the cricket bat has bigger surface area, so it hurts more, and it's a little bit more. It's heavier. It's heavier and longer, so it takes a bit more to hit someone with it. The baseball bat just seems so much more easier to hit someone. It's just like it glides through the air.
Yeah. Like, to me, this is the equivalent of what if someone wanted to fight me with a bat or a sword, and I would definitely. I guess a bat.
Eric, you can't judge me. I run faster than you. Till you can run faster than me, you can't judge me.
Oh, I would love to see that race. I would love to see you both get tired after neither one of you. I'll make the finish line so far as you both get tired. You both holding your ribs. It's a race.
No,
this is a fight for survival. This is a fight for survival.
The cardio ain't gonna get me. The cardio isn't going to get me. What's going to get me is the fact that if you make it long distance, my ankles are going to give way, and my knees, that I'll be crawling to that finish line.
I'll tell you this: if you guys want to, I believe, I'm going to say under these circumstances, I will be faster than both of you guys. But all you have to do is have a dog barking, and I will outrun each and every one of you guys. Supernatural speed.
I don't think so.
Yes, the fear of dogs, Manny, will have me running. Like, I use the Speed Force when that happens, and it's ridiculous. It is untapped potential. I didn't realize I could jump fences or anything. Like, I'm a super athlete. I could be in the NFL if you put a dog on that field and be like, just let me go. Fucking ridiculous.
So the Miz takes on Bronson Reed. Karrion Kross tries to win the Miz over, trying to remind him who the fuck the Miz is. What's his end game here?
I don't know.
What is Karrion Kross's end game here? It didn't work with Woods, and now
It did, Manny.
I don't know what his end game is with the Miz.
I don't care. This man is. I am no longer judging Karrion Kross for who he is. He's a man that creates new stories and opportunities for wrestlers at this moment. He's helping the Miz career.
Wait, Marcus, is he trying to tap into that Miz we got for between January to March, where he was doing springboards and all this other shit in the ring?
Yeah. When Miz was on the point being Dax 2022.
He never won though. At least Dax got wins.
No, Dax didn't win either, man. Dax had good matches. Dax didn't win one singles match. Dax record is the Beast Mortos has a better record than singles Dax.
I don't know about that.
I would argue that I think he does.
I don't know about that. I really don't know about that. Braun Strowman attacks Bronson Reed on the way to the ring. The Monsters dispose of security. A bad week for security. They prevent Braun superplexing Bronson Reed into the ring, which I'm assuming why. And then so all of a sudden, Braun Strowman is now on the top rope, and this is when Bronson Reed decides, I'm going to retreat. I don't want to see that man jump.
Well, we got to see him jump earlier when he originally attacked. The dude looked like a floating blimp. It was so slow. If there was ever a time to sidestep, to do a Samoa Joe sidestep, that was it. Braun Strowman was just floating in the air for like an hour. Oh. I know how this feud needs to end. It's only one way, Manny. Security's not enough. We need to get the best security guard wrestling has ever had. The giant Omos needs to return. And just stop them and just be like, enough.
The greatest enforcer was Chuck Norris. That time he was at Survivor Series.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Chuck is invincible. You've heard the stories.
What was that? I can't remember. There was some form of casket match. I can't remember. Yeah. I can't remember who. I think it may have been against Yokozuna again. But that may have been the greatest enforcer of all time.
You know, here's what I don't understand. We get Vince McMahon docs. We've had Michael Jordan docs. Give me that Chuck Norris doc. Give me that Chuck Norris doc. Chuck's still alive out there. And he had the Chuck Norris fact. He had those really shitty action movies. Walker, Texas Ranger. Chuck Norris has been a part of my entire goddamn life. He's been old. He's been old in my entire life too.
He's just been an enigma my entire life. Like,
yes,
nothing he's done has been worthy of my time. No. Yet we've got Chuck Norris facts and all this stuff. He's just an enigma.
If Eric was on the show here, we call the times that we had to watch Delta Force 1, 2, 3 with our grandparents because that was the shit. Apparently, that was their Liam Neeson. But goddamn.
So we get to Drew McIntyre. Drew's been thinking about what Punk has said, and as Punk is ready to sacrifice it all for this to end, he is too. Drew doesn't want to go back into Hell in a Cell as it broke things in him that he hasn't been able to fix this day. His family, like Punk's, I don't know. His family, like Punk, has begged him to not do this match. His wife has begged him to get away from him as it's affecting his mental health. This match is going to happen at Bad Blood. He promises he's going to make him bleed a lot. He promises he's going to make him suffer and feel pain more than his entire existence. Drew reminds him that Punk is not the devil. He is just a man, like Batman, that he is going to break.
Don't do that to Batman. Don't do that to Batman right now. He didn't need that. Batman don't need to catch strays today.
Batman is just a man.
He is just a man, but he has a lot of money. He's a white man who owns a city, basically.
And so is CM Punk. He owns Chicago.
That's true, too. Never mind. Both of them take place in Chicago, to be honest. So we got that going from Batman to CM Punk.
So we get the Unholy Union versus Damage Control, but the thing I don't want to talk about because the match, you don't need to talk about the match. It was Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill talking their shit in the back.
Yeah, how dare you? We're going out to the ring, and then all of a sudden, these two people who do not work here, as Bianca was saying, y'all don't even go here, decide to just come between us. Didn't talk to Unholy Union before their match, but gonna come after us. Y'all think y'all go win, sucker? I don't know why I was thinking like that.
But but you know what it was? It was Bianca going, you got the one up on me last week, but don't think you're gonna get it again. We're gonna do it again. And Io's like, yeah, but next time we're taking your titles. And that's when Jade's like, Nah,
You ain't
girl.
doing, nah, girl, you ain't doing nothing. Ah, Manny and Snap, Crackle, and Pop is still the best tag team in all of wrestling right now.
Yeah, but they're missing Naomi. Naomi's doing her thing with Bailey at the moment.
Hold on. Let me touch something that scratched the surface a little bit. So, Bailey took everybody, or they all went to the Niners game to watch I guess the Niners, them lose or whatnot,
Oh,
to the
really?
Rams. Yeah, just to point that out. So they all went to go do that. But then Mercedes decided to go after Naomi later online. I don't know if this is in character or not, or if she was serious. When she said she felt betrayed that Naomi went back to the WWE because we walked out together, and she was like, I guess she liked money more than she liked having good matches. And I went, well, excuse me, you guys are doing the same thing. You're making money and having bad matches just like her. You both aren't doing much.
I just want to point out the hypocrite nature of that statement from her.
Yes.
She left her. Reminded they walked out together. Yeah?
Yes.
Did she go to Naomi and be with her in TNA? No.
No.
Did she help Naomi go into New Japan? No. Did she help Naomi get a job at AEW? No. So Naomi, you left Naomi to the wolves when you put those tag team titles on that table. So she needs to shut the fuck up and carry on with what they're doing and mind her own damn business.
Absolutely. But, what if she's a character? They were all hanging out this weekend, so I'm assuming she's not just talking shit now. Like, I think I can't tell. I can't tell if she's legit about this or not, as if they were all hanging out. But maybe they were all hanging out as in, I'm cool with Bailey, but fuck that bitch now. You didn't tell me this bitch was going to be there. You told me Tamina was going to be here and do this unity.
I'm just tired of this. I'm just really tired of hearing this parcel tongue speaking bitch just run her mouth. I'm tired of it.
No, man, because you know it's going somewhere. You know it's going somewhere.
Where?
Eventually she's going to talk shit. She's going to talk shit about AEW, but she's going to go full CM Punk, and you know.
Unless we're getting that trade where we're trading Naomi over to AEW.
Yeah.
Because I don't see AEW sending Mercedes over back to WWE.
I can see that. I can see her saying, "I want to buy out. Give me what you giving Rusev."
Rusev ain't being let free.
Let him free, Tony. I think I was talking to Eric about this or on the show, on the mid-morning show. Just let him go, Tony. It doesn't make sense to keep his ass. He don't like you. You don't like him. Y'all ain't working together. There's no reason to pay somebody to be miserable.
Oh, and I need to. Why on Raw? They clearly someone didn't show. It's basically Finn not showing up to work. That they played the entire Roman and Cody promo from SmackDown.
Yeah. So when they said coming up next, we're going to show you the highlights of things. They showed us the entire motorcade and everything. I was like, oh, I got to see these 7 fucking SUVs again.
Who else was in those cars, though?
Yeah. Why? It's just a waste of fucking cars, gas. All of that was a waste. I was on Saturday just talking about how much of a waste that all was. It's just ridiculous.
I was too busy getting a tattoo on Saturday. It's a candle.
Well, you gotta tell people what your tattoo is, man. You got a question. But it's a good tattoo. No, we can't see it on the camera. That's all. I see it. It's a good tattoo.
It's a candle which represents the pettiness that was happening between the cousins around the table, where my cousin turned off the lights for ambience while we talk shit. So this tattoo represents cousins and candles.
Cousins and candles.
Which is my new podcast.
Manny, I think, honestly, I'm going to be honest right here, and I want to put all my cards on the tables. If you're going to do cousins and candles, we're done. We're done. The show's done. You're going to get too much success off of that. You're going to have all these fucking candles. You're going to get Gwyneth Paltrow and shit on there. be a stupid ass show, and I'll be like, why is this popular? It's ridiculous.
Marcus, I still do both. I still do both.
No.
I'm capable. I run the Sharpshooters channel. If I left the show, what's left of this? No more shorts.
Of course not. But I'm just saying, it's all gone. It's Cousins and Candles will be the show, and it's going to be stupid, and I'm going to just be going like this. And you're going to try to come back, and I'll be all bitter. I'm not going to allow it.
Marcus, would you like to be a part of the cast of Cousins and Candles?
I do not. I want nothing to do with that. I'm gonna come in. The first episode you do with me, like, hey Marcus, I'm free to do one a wrestling podcast again. And then I'm gonna come on with a candle with Jesus on there. Just one of those candles. Just sit there and be quiet the whole time. This is how your life is. This is your life.
I've just noticed something, Marcus.
Yes.
I normally do the graphics for the show. Marcus has done the graphic today. There is no such thing as the 23rd of September.
And to be honest, that's the wrong. I have the wrong background up. You see where it says penis? This is the wrong background too. So this is all out of whack. You right.
I do want to talk, before we get to the main minute, I do want to talk about this tattoo. I thought, one, it was going to be smaller, but then the guy just decided to go to fill up the entire space.
Hold on. Manny, pause. I thought it was going to be smaller, but he just filled up all my space.
The other thing I said was, I don't care what you do. Artistic, do whatever artistic you need to do, so long as this doesn't look like a penis when you're done. And he's like, I got you, bro. There's so many things where there's hidden penis tattoos. I'm like, yes, I'm aware.
But that's what I do.
And then this tattoo only took like less than an hour. But I had to listen to this guy, this American guy, from your neck of the woods, LA, talk about conspiracy theories for an entire hour, Marcus.
Oh, nice.
My guy believes the LA riots were fake. They were staged.
Oh shit! What?
Yeah, staged. The police cars that were on fire were out of service police cars that they're no longer using.
Manny, you were in some ratchet ass place when they go to LA riots for fake.
He also said 9/11 was not real.
Well, he got something there. I'm joking.
And I'm just kind of there like, I'm gonna have to agree to this, right? I just have to like, yeah, okay. Because I have nowhere else to go. I'm lying on a bed with my arm like this, and I'm being tattooed. Like, if I leave now, I'm stuck with half a tattoo. Or...
So you just start yelling, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. 9/11 wasn't real. Like,
and I'm there like, what am I supposed to do here? It's like, what am I honestly supposed to do?
So at that point, when you start going with 9/11, the LA riots, and whatever else conspiracy you have, I want to know, what is real for this man? What is in this world that's real?
I don't know. And this is supposed to be the best tattoo shop in Albany. He told me that
who
they
said
got called.
That they may be the best? Is it your cousins or somebody, or is it that
my cousin
they say they're the best?
My cousin said it, and then I looked up their reviews, and it's like one of the highest rated in Albany, to the point where he told me that an advertising company called them to do for them to fake tattoo Jelly Roll for a commercial.
That's cool.
It's wild. Yeah. It's actually wild.
Yeah, so that may have been the best tattoo place in Albany. You start going, let me question your beliefs though. Roaches secretly run the world with their telekinetic powers.
You know, when you go to the sewers, the lizard people. That's where
Yes,
all that shit is good.
the lizard people. You know, Batman really is real. Have you ever been to Gotham City?
Jimmy said, Manny, I always go with oversized headphones when I get tattooed, so everyone, including the artist, didn't try small talk with me. Let me deal. But Jimmy, this didn't seem like small talk. This was a full planned. I'm
This
going to
is a
talk to you for
present.
an hour. Small talk goes on for about 5 minutes.
This is a presentation. This is a presentation. This is a potential YouTube video.
So we get to the main event. Jey Uso, what's this? A fun yoga.
Fourth level.
80s.
Yeah.
80s.
Yeah. Ooh.
JK Smush, you need to get a new job, bro. It feels like you're underappreciated, like Xavier Woods.
Hey, hey. Don't we all, Manny? Don't we all?
No, because I don't even want to go on with what's going on about in your job.
I don't have nothing going on in my job. My job is a safe place.
Marcus standing up because he was in fear of being suspended.
Shut up, Manny. I hope if I do, if I let's say I did get suspended randomly at my job, I hope it's because of the show. Shit, that'd be the best. We tuned into your show, goddammit. Those suspension jokes were not funny.
But do you know what? It made you actually talking about it did make me think about suspensions in wrestling, and it's the Andrade one where he was waiting for Sammy Guevara.
Beat the shit.
I feel like that would be the funniest reason at work to get suspended for.
Yeah, I wanted to beat up Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, so Jey Uso versus Bron Breakker is your main event for the Intercontinental title. They put on a show. The crowd were in it.
Oh my god, they were in
The
it.
crowd was so good.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen more people invested in the Intercontinental. Who wins the Intercontinental title more than this one? Like, Sammy and Gunther had a hell of a match at WrestleMania. Gunther's had hell of a matches in his whole reign as Intercontinental champion. And we've had numerous. I don't know the last time I've seen a crowd this into an Intercontinental title match. So who cared to win? Like, they really wanted Jey to win. When that boss, when Breakker kicked out on the first, was it Spear and Splash?
Spear and splash.
Yeah, and
I
he
thought it
kicked
was
out.
done. I thought it was done.
I went, oh, he can't win now. Yeah.
I thought we were going to spend 15 minutes today talking about how Rikishi is upset with James Rhodes booking.
I thought we had another Uso or Rikishi DUI story to talk about this week because of this, but it was ridiculous. And the crowd going, the ref sucks. When the ref didn't even do a botch, it was just a straight up count, kick out, and they were like, "Nah, that's a slow count, brother." They had the whole fucking arena going. Nah, that was three. That was three.
But do you know what? If anything proves, not only that, okay, Jey Uso deserved it. Jey Uso is incredibly over. Bron Breakker. I know we've said it before when he was in NXT, but the dude's a star.
Yeah.
When Roman decides I'm done, it is Bron Breakker's for the taking.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing about Bron Breakker wasn't even anything in the match. It was when who did he walk up? Was it Jay or did he say it? I can't remember what the context was, but he walked. He said Jey Uso is going to lose to me tonight or something, and then I'm going to be champion so long he's going to have to walk back. He's going to be able to climb up to the ladder and lose again.
Yeah, that was.
I remember when
he said that to Kathy Kelly.
Yes. Yes, I was like, that's a cold ass lie because Roman done that.
Yeah,
Roman went through that line twice.
Bron Breakker is going to be a star in this game, and it's just how much patience is he going to have? Because I know a lot of these younger talents, because the older ones are sticking around a little longer, that's when they get a little bit frustrated, and then they get like itchy feet of maybe I should test the waters when contracts start coming up. It's whether he has the patience to stay and go through it all, the nonsense, to get to the promised land.
Yeah, because he's not winning the Rumble this year.
No.
I'm assuming he's going to regain that IC title somehow, just for a little bit, and maybe fight for it again at WrestleMania or whatever. I don't know what the plan is for, but next year's WrestleMania 42, I don't know where it's going to be. Or oh, you know what? I already see it. I already see it. I already have it in my sights. It's over. It's over. No way, he's from Michigan, not Minnesota. Never mind. I was like, that Minnesota SummerSlam has his name written on, but I was like, nah, that's the wrong person.
Minnesota SummerSlam. I feel like he has to come back, right? Dun, 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 dun.
Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow when that dot drops. If he's able to come back. Because at that point, he's not going to be Brock Lesnar. He's going to be Doc Lesnar. Did you see the Doc? Lesnar was wild. Lesnar was like, shit on her again. Shit on her again, he said.
I really hope all the episodes are out because I'm just going to binge watch it tomorrow.
Yeah,
you might just get a live of me by myself tomorrow.
Yeah, I because I'm off tonight, I plan on trying to binge watch it all tonight when it comes out. I'm assuming it's coming out at midnight. That's normally Netflix does. They just dump everything out at midnight. At midnight tonight.
Is it
I don't know.
Pacific?
Whatever question
Is it Pacific midnight or is it Eastern midnight?
It's for me. I can't get it to real midnight or to West Pacific midnight. You could probably get it before then.
Because I noticed when I look at the statistics for our channel, it goes live after it changes after your midnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've noticed it when I was looking at. It changes about 8 o'clock in the morning, which is about the time it goes midnight for you.
Okay. Yeah.
When I'm at home in the UK.
Yeah.
It's weird me actually referring to Eastern time being on the East Coast this time. It's very strange.
Are you used to the schedule right now? Or are you like
No, my sleep's fucked up. My sleep's been fucked up like for a while. Like I'm getting like hours here and there.
Oh, so you're like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way I live my life, I get an hour here and there.
I'm literally gonna be more fucked over when I go home.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you gave yourself some time off when you came back, not to just go straight back into like work or whatever. And it's like, nah, back into the game.
The problem is, I thought the ticket. I thought I was going back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Turns out, my flight is due on the 30th, so I can't actually be in the country because I can't go to work because I didn't bring my laptop. Let alone, I don't really want to be working at like 6 a.m. in the morning to start whatever time in the morning here to start to work at 8 in the morning at home.
Yeah. Better decisions. But yeah, so we're in for a doozy of a week this week of wrestling, and you know, Roman returns Friday again, and AEW's got some shit. They got their Grand Slam coming up.
Oh, that's this week, isn't it?
That's tomorrow. Grand Slam's tomorrow, not a weekend.
You mean I could have gone to that? There's still tickets.
You can still make it. You can still make it. They only sold like 2,000 tickets or whatever the fuck it is.
I don't want to go to that.
Come on, Eddie. You gotta go to Grand Slam. You can see your boy Nigel McGuinness. You can have the side. I flew all the way from England for this.
Marcus, we still don't even know if that match is gonna happen.
Oh yeah, they haven't confirmed it. What are they doing? Confirm the match.
BD isn't even cleared yet that we know of in storyline.
I mean, he got smothered, and I guess he still can't breathe. I don't know what he's not cleared for.
And the only thing, the thing that bothers me is, I didn't go to All In, where 50,000 people sung Final Countdown, which seemed like a vibe.
Yeah.
Like, we watched it live. It seemed like a complete vibe. When you watch back the videos, it was like, yeah, that was cool. 2,000 people ain't gonna be the same. And it might even be his terrible song where that man or androgynous man or whatever came out and was singing. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's what we're getting. That's disappointing. I don't know who you are. But I think this is the last AEW Grand. This has to be the last one, right? Because this is a 20,000 seat stadium. That's where they started off, and it keeps going and cutting itself in half on each return in the past 3 or 4 or 5 years, whatever it's been.
Yeah, it's bad. Thing is,
It's like it's no point doing it.
I generally don't know how they fix their ticket sales. Like I think they need to stay small for the time being because
Yeah, they're
obviously
cool.
large arenas ain't doing it at the moment. Like I think they'll do well in Australia because again, spectacle.
Never gonna get
Uh,
it again, or we may
but
never get it again.
yeah, if it doesn't sell well, they probably won't ever go back there. I think they're just taking a lot of risks, and I don't think they should be taking the types of risks,
No,
given how far where their company is at the moment.
yeah, they're a cold product right now, and it's not. It's just they are what they are. I don't want to go into all the negativity of it. I'm sure Nigel and Brian Dance is going to have a hell of a show tomorrow, though.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I feel like it'll come across great on TV. I just don't think like being in the arena is really gonna make it that
Yeah,
special.
and I do feel like it's demoralizing if you walk in there as a fan and you just go and be like, "Oh, look at all this."
Do you know what? To be honest, I felt like that when I watched that last NXT UK show I went to. Like
Yeah,
it was in a place where it probably could have seated about 5,000 people. There
yeah,
was about maybe 300 people there. I was like, ugh.
yeah. It's kind of like,
And
oh,
that's
this is
NXT UK though. Like
yeah.
NXT UK weren't pulling up big numbers.
Yeah, as opposed to when you go to like a Pro Wrestling Eve show or those NXT shows. I know you hate those people weekly on NXT, but I'm sure those crowds are just. It feels better just with that having a smaller enclosed place where a bunch of people who are hyped for the product and having all that empty
You know
space
what?
and looking around going, ah.
I've been at some Pro Wrestling Eve shows where there haven't been that many people there, but the
Mm-hmm.
vibes are still there. Like
Yeah.
it's not Pro Wrestling Eve is an indie show and it's not
Yeah, it's
doing things
expected.
bigger than they're supposed to be doing. Whereas like AEW are kind of like running like moving like their WWE,
Yeah.
where they should probably be trying to crawl first before they do what they do. The WWE's been around for like what 2,000 years? I don't know how
Yeah.
long. Vince doesn't seem to age.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, so I just feel like it's always the more like, well, you know what? We can talk. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. We can talk about that on Thursday where I'm like, you walk into a place where you just go like, oh, it's the crowd, huh?
Yeah, so there's the Thursday show. There's the Try Not to Laugh on Friday. There is the mid-morning show with Eric and Marcus because I think I'm still doing stuff out here on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Um,
The mid
and
morning show
then
is the greatest name for anything ever. I'm just saying.
and then
Stupid title.
I should be back in the country on Tuesday, where I do not no longer have this background.
Yeah, I hope, Manny, when you go back to your own country, you have an American accent. That's how long I want you to. You go back there and be like, hey, cuz. Like, wait, what is
No,
this?
I'm struggling I'm fully realizing how English I sound these days interacting with more Americans. I feel like talking to you and Eric you've kind of just got used to it. Whereas
Yeah.
like I talk to just random people when I'm out and they're like, "Oh, is that an accent I detect?" Like, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
And the English accent is jarring. I don't know. Like I was dealing with some customers one day, and just some white guys. I was gonna say they were like, "Oh, oh, these guys need your help," and I walk over, it's like, "Yes," and then all of a sudden they go, "Where's your blackjack section?" I go, "Oh, I wasn't expecting that voice," and then they immediately go, "Oh, you weren't expecting that, huh?" And I was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh yeah, blackjack's over here. Thank you, Mike." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
No, so again, the crazy tattoo artist. You guys say ma'am and sir to be polite, right? When you speak to men and women.
Yeah, I guess
I
so. Sometimes.
Well, most people do. I don't do that. You get mate or
Yeah, but us
or-
just for older people though, where we say ma'am
yeah,
or sir or miss.
yeah. I don't ever do that. I don't. And then he was like, "So are you just? So do you guys just go around talking to people like the barmaid from Ted Lasso, where you're quite rude?" I was like, "Yeah, kind of." It comes from a place of love.
Yeah,
If I call you a cunt, it's not because you're being a cunt. Sometimes it's because you know what, I like
yeah.
you.
You say cut out here, man, you're gonna get canceled. There's a bird that there's a right now in behind you, man. There's a bird that shuddered when you said it. Ooh, the language.
You say that, but my two cousins from Louisiana,
Oh shit.
they
Yeah.
freely were saying the word. I was like, oh, that means I can say it. I was turning back the way I swore around people.
Manny, don't trust them. Don't trust them. They're saying it because they think it's cool to think you say it. They're like, oh, we can say it around him. What?
They were women.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's a hit. You know what? I've never heard an American woman freely call someone a cunt without being really pissed.
Thing is, they've added
Maybe
extra.
not in my life. Maybe not in front of me either. It was like, oh, she's a fucking cunt. Oh no, that's one person, but that's different. She has
No,
a
but
very country mouth.
they added extra letters to make other words like that being very cuntish of them. I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. This is the stuff we discuss at Cousins and Candles.
And now we present you guys a candle known as the cunt. That would sell so much. Candle. Present. This is our cunt. Oh, okay. Wow. Just play. Artistically said. What does it smell like? Lavender.
But Marcus, I feel the crossover will happen. The penis candle. That's when our shows combine.
Yeah. Act now, and it comes with these matching balls. To go with it. It's the bomb for your bath, of course.
Yeah, of course. So that has been today's show. I've been Lord Manny Hayes on location. He's been,
In misery, Marcus the grand finale.
in fear of suspension, Marcus the grand finale.
Suspension, you mean suspended animation? No.
Make sure you go to thesharpshooters.creator-spring.com for your sharpshooters merch. Get yourself a Lord Manny Hayes inspired shirt, or get the giant logo if you want. If you want to be braggadocious about it. Ooh.
Yeah. Hold on. Because tickets go on sale to WrestleMania on October 25th, our goal is still to stand up. We need to get Manny back here in America. We need to get him back here for WrestleMania in Las Vegas, where Manny can end his sobriety. Because there is no way I'm not letting this man go sober in Vegas if we're hanging out. There is no way.
Marcus, you won't drink in Vegas, so why would I have to drink in Vegas?
Oh, I would drink. I drink in Vegas still. The last time I had a drink, Vegas.
Wait, how much are tickets for WrestleMania gonna be?
Manny, you know it's gonna be stupid. We don't know yet, but stupid.
Yeah, I know. So, like, you got to think about the ticket and the flight and the hotel.
So, we have the hotel booked. You could just end up staying in the room with like 8 other black people.
Oh, yeah. So I feel very uncomfortable. I can't act ambiguous and blend in. That's the one that can't.
Well, it would just look like a checkerboard when you and Ryan. You guys are about the same color. So, but yeah, the goal is to make as much money off these merchandise to get Manny into WrestleMania, get us all into WrestleMania, where we're not sitting there bleeding from our nose at least.
To be fair, I went to the Jets game on Thursday, and I was in Marcus-like seats. But I will say I had the best view of where I was looking at.
Hey, being up there isn't bad all time. Yeah.
For football, it works. But for anything else like boxing, anything that you have to see a ring, it's terrible.
No, I feel like boxing would be the worst because you just see like if who got knocked out this week?
Anthony Joshua.
Joshua.
He talked so much shit and then got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, so he got knocked out and a punch that was like, that was it? But, I was like, what?
You didn't even really hit him that hard.
Yeah, he hit him in the temple, so that's enough for it. Because these boxers are, they're heavy-handed. Like back in the day, I used to be like, oh, he's a little bitch. No, I bet you if I took the album, I'd be like, but he got knocked the fuck out. I would imagine being up in there going like, what just happened? But at a wrestling show, being up there, you could kind of see everything up there. I know it's
I don't know because like when I watched AEW at Wembley, I feel like that may have been the worst view I've ever had of any sporting event I've ever had.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not blaming AEW or anything. I just feel like stadium shows you lose a lot because of that field area, like because you're not close, and if you're in the stands, I feel like you miss it. And I don't really want to spend all that money watching something on the Tron.
Yeah. But you get to see Cody's song.
I've done that.
You get to.
Because I've done that twice. I've done that twice.
I've done it more than twice.
Marcus, I did that on a Friday and a Saturday. Did you?
No.
On consecutive days.
No, that bastard only works one day a week for me.
He don't even show up to SmackDown when you turn up.
Yeah, dick. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, let's wrap up the show. Yeah, help us. Go to sharpshooters.creator/hyphen.com. I don't know if there's a promo code right there.
Yeah, there is. It's Lord Manny, and it's currently for 20% off.
Yeah. And you know what? Maybe on my one day off this week, I'm going to make my Snowman Club shirt official, put it in the shop, and see if that.
I don't think we can get away with that because do you know when Eric tried the Kings of the Ropes logo?
Yeah, but that's a blatant ripoff. Well, all I did was put duct tape. That was it. We put an image of duct tape and said that it's a complete ripoff. This, you know what? It's a little bit different enough. There is no such thing as a Snowman Club, and there aren't any bullets or anything on there. And the faces, I think we can get away with this one.
I do think we do need our However Jungle shirt.
It's so old. It's not even a reference anymore. That's not even the same Jungle Boy anymore. Now Jungle Boy's riding around the ice cream truck.
He's still Jungle Boy to me. He's still Jungle Boy to me. You'll never be anything else.
Really, you sound like one of his uncles. Like or something like that. Oh, look at you. He's still Jungle Boy to me. Look at all his little rosy cheeks. Yeah, you're still that little boy, Jungle Boy. Hey, still riding my shoulders like Luchasaurus.
At the Perry house, we're very disappointed in him.
Riding around in a rape van across this country for no reason.
Making his own belts like a loser. Yeah, so we'll be back maybe tomorrow, if we can, to do a Vince review. But we'll definitely be back on Thursday with your NXT and AEW reviews, which I was hoping to get away with not talking about AEW. Again.
Maybe we won't.
AEW is such a hard watch again.
All the people left. Everybody's taking hiatus.
It feels like they've unraveled all the hard work they've done in the last 2 months.
And it's just like, oh, I guess the only person you look forward to, I guess, is Ospreay. But then they throw him in these tags, and you go like, "That's not what I want to see."
Yeah, and shout out to the Beast Mortos.
Woo! He's the only one holding it together.
Yeah, so we'll be back.
With Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, we'll be back on Thursday with your Jeff Jarrett update. You know it's true. I'm assuming he's in the main event on
Wednesday. Well, since they haven't announced the main event, it's either Darby Allin and Jon Moxley or Jeff Jarrett and Hangman Page.
It's Jeff Jarrett and Hangman Page. Ain't nobody hotter than Hangman Page right now. And by that, I mean he burnt a house down.
Good times.
What's this show become? Peace.